YouTubers, family and friends. Another beautiful day in northwestern Mindanao, Philippines. My name's Edward. Most of you know my channel. My channel is Foreigner Escapes to the Philippines. And I sold everything 10 years ago, came to the Philippines, married a Filipina, had children, one child with her, and I built this big estate here with my first pension from my company I worked for many years in Alaska. And now I'm here living life, 62 years old, just started receiving Social Security, and just giving you some tips and any questions that you have, put it in the comments of how to survive in the rural jungle area of the Philippines. There's so many different islands in the Philippines, over 7,000 you can get absolutely just lost on and away from escaping the matrix. And that's the biggest reason why I'm here, to escape the matrix of the evil that's got basically the world by the balls. And I aspire to the teachings of Jesus Christ only, no other religious affiliations. Although throughout a person's life you explore all those areas if spiritual matters matter to you in your life or not. But I'm here today and I'm gonna step inside the van here where it's a little bit quieter and kind of just go over a little bit of what's going on today. Actually, we're headed to the airport here in a few minutes, and yeah, this is some of the stuff you gotta go through in the Philippines. I mean, yeah, it's a way more free life here in this country compared to a lot of places in the U.S. and a lot of in the West, but everything moves slower here, and everything is, you have to have lots of patience. So what we did is I have to obtain a renewed ID for my autistic son. And my autistic son's 23. He'll be with me until I'm dead, and his passport ran out, so it's been expired. So I have to do an video interview with Social Security with him so he can continue to get his benefits, which he's been receiving now for about 7 years. And so every so often, and he's done this one other time, had an interview. It was actually a face-to-face interview in Nevada when I was there, but now I'm in the Philippines at this time, and John's passport ran out, so I have to go to the closest U.S. consulate, which is Cebu from me. So it's an airline flight, which John cannot go on an airline flight because he doesn't have an ID. So we were going to go on a ferry. Well, we booked a ferry, and a storm system went through. And when the weather service here in the Philippines names a storm system, so if it's a tropical depression, tropical storm, or a higher category typhoon, all ferry system in the area that they deem signal 1 through 5 in all the different provinces of the different islands of the storm track, if they deem it any kind of a signal from 1 to 5 in severity, the ferries have to shut down. So that's what happened to us. A very, very small, super small tropical depression came through that the Weather Service decided to name, which they never should have, but they did. And they put our area in a signal 1, which is the lowest deemed possible danger of high seas and everything. So our ferry got canceled, and we had to go yesterday. We were supposed to travel on Sunday, and our U.S. consulate appointment is Tuesday. so the three of us, my wife and I and John, were going to go on the ferry there to renew his passport. Well, it all got canceled, and we couldn't rebook another one to get there in time. So the only thing that was left was an airline flight, which this is the day before the appointment. So we're gonna, but John can't fly, so he's gonna stay home, and we've already booked hotel for 2 days in Cebu also. So basically, we don't go at all, and we lose all our hotel money also, or we book a flight for the two of us, my wife and I, and fly to Cebu and still bring all the paperwork to renewing John's passport and try to get it done without John. Now, I don't know, maybe some of you in the comments could tell me if that's even possible. I don't think it is possible, but we're going to still try, because I have two other businesses that I want to do in Cebu anyway, so we'll kill hopefully three birds with one stone. If the U.S. consulate denies us of renewing my autistic son John's passport, then oh well, we'll have to come back to Cebu in January and try to get it done after the holidays are over. The other two things in Cebu we're going to try to get accomplished is my 13A visa, permanent visa. I'm going to start the process of that, and so I'm going to go to JRC's office in Cebu and fill out the paperwork they need to have filled out, and I brought all the documentation that they need to get that going. So we'll start that. And then the third thing is I want to pick up 24 or so Rhode Island red little chickens, right? And so when they grow up, they lay the nice big brown eggs, because all we got here in Mindanao is the native hybrids, just the natives and the native hybrid chickens that we get eggs sometimes from them, but they're so inconsistent, and they need a rooster, to cause the eggs to come out. With Rhode Island Reds, they just produce their own eggs without a rooster. So we're gonna attempt to do that, get that done with, and bring those little chicks back with us on the ferry. So we're gonna fly over there and then ferry back home. So it'll all be within the next 2-3 days. We should arrive back in 3 days from now. So we'll see if everything goes well. So anyways, if you have had any experience with trying to renew a disabled child, which he's an adult now, he's 23, but if you had any experience with that, please put in the comments that you were able to go to the post office in the U.S. or the embassy or whatever and renew a passport for a disabled adult child. If you have any experience with that, I'd appreciate the comments in the comments section on that. And I hope everything's going good for you. Actually, the weather is amazing this year. As usual, all the typhoons are to the north of where we live, and so that pulls all the moisture north. And so we've been having some great days in December, November, which it should be rainy season here this year, but that's the thing in the Philippines, you just don't know. One year is completely different from the next year. So anyways, I'm enjoying the good weather, and I hope you all are too, and I ask that Christ give you blessings during this holiday season. And I know it's really hard for a lot of people out there right now with what's going on with the bad economy, and it goes on and on, guys. I mean, the whole network and the system of the world is really, really coming down on the people right now, because the ones in power want to change something major. So we're either going to go into a world war, or the whole financial system's going to collapse into a new digital system, or a pandemic, or who knows what they have planned. But don't fool yourself, it is all planned. So just keep frosty, keep your prepping up as high as you possibly can, food storage, prepping in any way you can. If any of the systems that you rely on go down, you have backup systems to survive the future. So, and I would recommend at least 6 months to 1 year of food storage, and make sure you have clean water storage available, boom protection, and all that kind of stuff have to protect you, your family, and your community. So love you guys, and that's it for this video. Take care, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.